Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be providing my 2023 outlook and prediction for Ethereum. And I'll be talking about a lot of indicators. We're going to be looking at some weekly moving averages, the longer term outperformance and strength of Ethereum, especially with respect to Bitcoin, looking at the Ethereum BTC ratio. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, I will leave a link to my Twitter page in the description below. Feel free to go ahead and check that out as well. I am fairly active over there with crypto content. So if you've seen my 2023 outlook video on Bitcoin, you'll know I'm fairly bullish on the cryptocurrency market for the duration of 2023. And the reason is because we have seen a lot of bottoming signals play out over the last few months. We've seen forced sellings, liquidations, all the bearish news you could ever imagine in terms of that news sector. We've seen the technicals start to have a little bit more positive look. We've got higher highs, higher lows. The weekly RSI is breaking huge downtrend. I'll pull that up right here just so you can get a little bit more context as to what I'm talking about. We saw that RSI really just break this 2-year-long downtrend. We've seen a break above the weekly moving averages. And in general, the momentum is really starting to shift when I look out here on this longer term direction. So we have a variety of factors that are pointing to a longer term shift in the market structure. And I think that Ethereum is going to be a really good player for a potential future bull run, because not only are we seeing it have a lot of utility and adoption already, especially within that entire cryptocurrency ecosystem as far as NFTs and DeFi go, but we're also seeing it have a much stronger chart as far as the technicals are concerned. And I'm really talking about this in its performance with respect to Bitcoin, because I like to use Bitcoin as a gauge for the entire market and how things are actually performing. And when you have an asset as volatile as Ethereum that actually failed to make a lower low right here in the November FTX crash, that really does represent a pretty huge sign. And when I talk about this, I'm referring to the fact that Bitcoin actually made a lower low back in the November timeframe on that FTX crash. You can see right here, it came back down, breaking below the summer lows by approximately 11%. So we're definitely seeing that relative strength here with Ethereum, especially considering that it did not make that lower low. It didn't break down, and we're still generally holding up this support in that $1,000 region. We never breached it. We didn't have any closes below it. So overall, that you can't deny that Ethereum has held up much stronger than Bitcoin throughout this bottoming pattern. And you can see that best illustrated on the Ethereum BTC ratio. We've held this region range for a very long period of time. We had that big capitulation back here in the summer of 2022, but we saw that reclaim. We reclaimed this range. We're back up. We're holding strong at this level. And essentially, Ethereum on the BTC ratio has been just going sideways during this entire bear market. Yeah, you have a few moves to the upside and to the downside, but we're more or less at the same ratio that we were back here in October, the same level at July, March, and even before 2022 in that bull run. And the failure of this to actually break down or have any meaningful correction, especially within a bear market when risk investors are really going back into the more safer and time-tested assets, that really does say a lot, especially for the longer term direction. And I do believe at some point in this next market cycle, we will see a break back above these highs right here that we formed in December of 2021, right around a 0.086. And then from there, if we can actually break out from that, I really don't think there's much resistance until we get up to these higher valuations from the 2017-2018 cycle. And you can see those as big targets when I look out here to that last market cycle. And ultimately, if we do have any move back up to those levels, that would represent significant outperformance. And in that case, we could have Ethereum really have much more performance to the upside over Bitcoin, just given how close we are to those all-time highs, how close we are to breaking out from this multi-year long range. And eventually, I do think that we are going to see that breakout, which would likely come in the middle of a bull run when we have a lot of those investors getting more speculative, being able to have their money further out that risk curve. And I definitely think that Ethereum will be looking for more risk to the upside than Bitcoin. And I think a lot of investors are going to be looking for that outperformance against Bitcoin. Now back to the Ethereum weekly chart. Again, we have broken above these moving averages, and you can see that they're starting to slope back upwards, really for the first time since losing them back here in December of 2021. So again, just showing us that we do have a longer term momentum shift, breaking above resistance, coming up here to make a higher high on top of the fact that we do have this higher low formed back in November. So ultimately, I am very bullish on Ethereum, especially into the rest of 2023. I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out my Twitter page. I will leave a link to that in the description below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.